Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, I want to talk to you about 5 warning signs of mental health risk. I'll put a link to this article in the description for the video. The American Psychological Association, with help from former First Lady Michelle Obama, has launched a campaign to encourage troubled Americans to seek care for mental health problems. In addition, the initiative seeks to end the stigma associated with mental health issues. Yes, I like that. To this end, the campaign urges people to watch for 5 key signs that someone is suffering and may need help. Number 1, a change in personality. Number 2, uncharacteristic anxiety, anger, or moodiness. Number 3, social withdrawal and isolation. 4, lack of self-care or risky behaviors. Number 5, a sense of hopelessness or feeling overwhelmed. I think this is a great article. I enjoy this. I think it's great content, and I appreciate whoever wrote this for doing this. And I can tell you, a lot of the time, families call us. They've got a loved one who's got a long-standing behavioral health issue. A lot of the time, folks will call us, really with the last port of call. They've tried different things. They've tried to get their loved one into treatment. If they've been successful, they've never stayed long enough, and they tell us treatment doesn't work. Well, there's a reason that treatment doesn't work. And sometimes it's because they didn't stay long enough. Sometimes it's because they weren't in the right facility. Sometimes it's because of both. Sometimes they were med non-compliant. I mean, there's a whole host of reasons. Or they say, well, we tried Marchman Act, we tried guardianship. They don't work. Well, I can tell you from my experience of doing this work, and only this work for about a third of my legal career, they do work. They work if you work the program. I mean, what we do is the catalyst for everything else that follows. And obviously, if you stop us and start us, that type of thing, or you just don't follow through and allow us to enforce what the court's order, then it may not work. I mean, it's not a magic pill. It's the beginning. It's the very beginning, but it needs to happen or nothing else, comes down the pipe. But over the years, we've spoken to thousands of families, and there are just some things that that are consistent when we speak to families, typically mums and dads. And they say, we ask them, what's going on? How do you know? How do you know there's a problem? And they say, well, we just know. And really, when they say that, it's because they've got this gut feeling that something's not right, but subconsciously they started to notice things, right? And when you say, when you ask them questions, because that's part of our triage process, asking lots of questions, you want to know, like, have they become aloof, right? Are they sort of distanced themselves from the family? Are they hanging out with different types of individuals, people they would never normally hang out with, right? Are they flunking out of school or not able to hold down a job? Are they sleeping all day, up all night? Have their eating habits changed? Have their bathing habits changed? Are they no longer taking care of themselves? No longer exercising? Things of that nature. Have you seen evidence that they're using drugs? Do they seem more depressed or more anxious? I mean, there's just certain things that you notice, right? And maybe they didn't register, but you knew deep down there was a problem, especially when you started to see, these things, lots of different things, right? They were aloof, they didn't shower, they didn't eat properly. I mean, there's just all these different things. And I think this article is really well put together. So I'm interested to hear what your comments are. How did you know there was a problem? Why did you think there was a problem? Let me know your thoughts. Please post in the comments. And again, please don't make it political. I don't care if you like Michelle Obama or not. It really is irrelevant. It's just a well put together article, and I wanted to share it with you. If there's an issue going on in your family, and I've not made a video about it, please let me know, because if there's an issue going on in your family, I'm sure that issue is going on in somebody else's, and I make this content so that you can get information, so you can decide, do you want to have a conversation with us about what options may or may not be available, both legal and non-legal, and sometimes a combination of both. So please post in the comments. If you like this content, please give me a thumbs up. They tell me it helps with the algorithm, that it helps to get us in front of more eyeballs, more families. And at the end of the day, that's what this content's there for. Okay, so please, the thumbs up helps. And if you want more of this content that I make every day, please subscribe to the channel. With that said, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.